Begin with a road trip today to Chicago, which is site of the Democratic National Convention later this summer. It comes a month after the GOP holds its national convention, just over 90 miles away, of course, in Milwaukee in July. So the Midwest is going to be front and center when both parties name their candidates for president. An expected rematch between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. Our Jason Zimmerman is in Chicago. Reporters briefed on details today about that convention. So Jason, you did something very similar with the RNC earlier, the kind of briefing about what's going to happen. How was today's different maybe from what you saw in Milwaukee?
Well, back in April when we went to the walkthrough at the Pfizer Center in Milwaukee, we heard from some RNC officials basically just giving us the lay of the land and nothing more. We didn't have any big names show up. That certainly was not the case this morning at the DNC walkthrough here at the United Center right behind me. Instead, we heard from Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. We heard from Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. And most importantly, we heard from Jamie Harrison. He is the chair of the Democratic National Committee. He actually flew in from his home state of South Carolina just to address the members of the media that were on hand here this morning from all parts of the country.
Jason, with this convention, there won't be a lot of drama or suspense. It's going to be an incumbent president. It's going to be the same vice president. So what are they going to try and accomplish with this convention? Did they lay that out today?
Well, that's something that I think all the people who spoke touched on, but Jamie Harrison especially wanted to make it a point that this upcoming convention is extremely important. I believe he feels that there could be the potential for an enthusiasm gap among some Democrats, especially in the base. And this convention is a tool they can use to really energize their base right now, to get these Democrats, these delegates that are going to be attending, especially in key swing states, getting them excited, but also that TV audience out there that's watching. They need to reach independents. They're hoping some of them will tune in to hear the message. And also, they mentioned young people right now. I know a lot of them are unsure about their support for the president, especially with the Hamas-Israel war that's ongoing and how the president is responding to that crisis. And I think this is a chance to reach those young voters again and kind of try to renew that support that they've enjoyed from young voters, especially at the college level, to let them know that the candidate that is still the same candidate that they voted for, many of them voted for before, is President Joe Biden. All of these groups are going to be essential to the president if he is to be reelected this fall.
All right, Jason, you talked about that enthusiasm gap that's been shown a lot in some of the recent polling. We're going to get a new Marquette University Law School poll of national voters. That will be released tomorrow. We'll talk to the poll director, Dr. Charles Franklin, on this program tomorrow. Let's talk about Wisconsin, front and center, obviously, for the RNC because it will be in Milwaukee. But will Wisconsin try and play a role in the DNC? Because obviously it's crucial to their hopes.
That was part of my conversation with Ben Wickler, the chair of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin. I asked him, any idea, what the role is going to be for Wisconsin Democrats of this party? He says he anticipates they're going to have a significant role and likely to be in the spotlight compared to many of the other states that are bringing delegations here. He says there will be 95 delegates making this trip down to Wisconsin, including a number of elected officials. They're also opening this up to include around 40 at-large delegates that people can go online for right now and apply if you're a Wisconsin Democrat on their website. But there is no question this is Wisconsin's an important state. The Democrats are having this convention right on the border. They're hoping to attract a lot of attention from Wisconsin, and they're hoping to get a lot of media coverage from Wisconsin. Reporters like our crew to come down here and cover this and tell the stories that are going to be getting a pretty decent audience in that crucial battleground state of Wisconsin.
All right, Jason, we'll look forward to talking to you when you're down there in August at the DNC. Thanks so much. More from you coming up tonight at 5.